There comes a time in life when you open your closet, stare at the rows of clothes you've collected over the years, and still feel like nothing fits. Not because of the size or style, but because something inside you has shifted. You've grown, you've evolved, and somehow the colors that once made you feel alive just don't spark that same energy anymore. I've been there too. And I want to tell you something I wish someone had told me earlier. It's not about chasing youth. It's about choosing colors that reflect who you are right now, strong, wise, radiant in your own quiet way. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 beautiful colors that not only flatter mature skin, but actually make you feel more alive, more seen, and more confident than ever. These aren't trendy shades or fashion tricks. They're timeless tones that speak to the woman you've become. And they just might change the way you see yourself every time you get dressed. 1. Rose pink, the color that brings you back to life. Let's start with a color that's often misunderstood. Rose pink. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Pink? Really? Isn't that a little too young, too sweet, too bubblegum? But rose pink isn't that kind of pink. It's softer, gentler, more refined. It's not about trying to look like your 20-year-old self again. It's about bringing back that natural warmth and glow that time has slowly quieted down. And for women over 60, that can be powerful. Here's the thing. Our skin changes as we age. That healthy, rosy flush we used to have starts to fade, and in its place, we sometimes see dullness or tones that just feel flat. Rose pink, when chosen right, brings that life back to your face without the need for a single drop of makeup. It mimics the subtle blush of youthful skin. Not in a loud, look-at-me way, but in a way that says, I feel vibrant, I feel like me. I remember trying on a soft pink scarf a few years ago. I wasn't expecting much. I hadn't worn pink in decades. But the moment I looked in the mirror, something shifted. My face looked brighter. My eyes seemed a little more awake. And most of all, I just felt softer. Not older, not younger, just more comfortable in my own skin. That's the beauty of rose pink. It's not trying to cover anything up. It's not about hiding wrinkles or masking age. It's about harmony. It brings out the warmth in your hair, the softness in your features, especially if you have silver, salt and pepper, or white hair. Rose pink can create a beautiful balance, the kind that feels effortless. You don't need a full outfit in pink. Start small. A blouse, a scarf, even a necklace with a soft blush tone. These little touches can lift your entire look. And when paired with neutrals like ivory or soft taupe, rose pink becomes the quiet star of your wardrobe. Just a quick note, when you're choosing a pink, steer clear of anything too neon, too bright, or overly saturated. Those can clash with mature skin tones. Instead, look for shades like dusty rose, blush, muted mauve. Tones that feel lived in, elegant, and warm. And fabric matters too. Rose pink works best in textures that feel natural. Think cotton, cashmere, silk, soft knits. These materials catch the light in a flattering way and add to the softness the color already brings. Shiny, synthetic fabrics? They tend to fight against that effect. So if you haven't worn pink in a while, maybe because you thought it wasn't age-appropriate, or maybe because you just forgot how good it can feel, I invite you to try it again. Not the pink of your past, but a pink that fits your present. A pink that honors who you are now. Because rose pink isn't about looking younger, it's about feeling warmer, softer, and a little more alive. 2. Soft blue. The calm that brightens you up. There's something almost magical about soft blue. It's the color of a quiet morning sky, the hush before the world fully wakes up, the peaceful moment when everything just feels still. And for women over 60, soft blue isn't just beautiful, it's transformative. As we get older, our skin tone naturally changes. Some of that golden warmth we used to have might fade, and in its place, we sometimes see redness, blotchiness, or uneven tone. Soft blue does something really special. It calms, not just emotionally, but visually. It smooths the look of your skin, cools down any redness, and acts almost like a natural filter for your face. I'll never forget the first time I wore a soft, powder blue blouse to a family gathering. I wasn't trying to stand out, I just wanted to feel comfortable. But all evening long, people kept saying I looked rested or fresh or peaceful. Not younger, not made up, just me at my best. Soft blue has this amazing ability to brighten your features in the most understated way. It draws attention to your eyes, especially if you have blue, gray, or green tones. But even brown and hazel eyes pop against it because of the subtle contrast. It gives your face a quiet kind of lift, like turning the lights on just a little more gently. And here's what I love. It's incredibly versatile. You can wear it in so many different ways. A soft blue button-up shirt with white jeans, a cozy knit sweater layered with a rose-pink scarf, a silk blouse under a cream jacket. It works for casual brunches, quiet evenings, even dressier occasions, without ever feeling fussy. If you're someone who has worn black or navy most of your life, maybe because they felt safe, strong, slimming, I want you to give soft blue a try. It offers the same sense of structure, but with lightness. It's easier on the eyes, and honestly, on the spirit too. And if pale colors scare you, there are ways to ease into it. Start with accessories. A blue-toned pendant necklace, a scarf, even a handbag, or layer soft blue with warmer, grounding tones like camel or olive green. It blends beautifully without washing you out. The key is to find the right shade of blue for your tone. Sky blue is perfect if you want brightness. Powder blue feels gentle and airy. Cornflower brings in a bit more depth. Periwinkle, which has a touch of lavender, is stunning on cool-toned or fair skin. When you wear soft blue, you're not shouting to be seen. You're radiating something quieter. Grace, calm, clarity. You're showing the world that beauty isn't loud. Sometimes it's the color of still water, of sky, of soft denim that's been worn and loved. So if you've been feeling like your wardrobe's been a little too heavy, too dark, or too dull lately, soft blue might be your perfect reset. Try it. See how your skin reacts. See how your eyes light up. And more importantly, see how you feel. Because sometimes, the most powerful transformation starts with the gentlest color. 3. Warm ivory. Soft light for a softer. Let's talk about a color that rarely gets the attention it deserves. Warm ivory. It's easy to overlook, isn't it? It seems so quiet, so plain at first glance. But here's the truth. For women over 60, ivory can be one of the most flattering, forgiving, and quietly powerful colors you can wear. We often hear that white is classic. And it is. But pure white, especially as we get older, can be a bit too harsh. It reflects light in a way that emphasizes every little shadow on the face. Under the eyes, around the mouth, along the jawline. And if your skin has shifted in tone with age, as most of ours have, stark white can sometimes drain the life right out of you. Warm ivory, on the other hand, does the opposite. It softens, it flatters, it wraps you in this gentle glow, like the soft light from a candle rather than a spotlight. It doesn't demand attention, but it always gets noticed. It creates a subtle harmony between your hair, your skin, and your smile. If your hair is silver, salt and pepper, or even a warm brunette, ivory becomes this beautiful bridge. It smooths out contrasts and makes your features look more balanced and bright. It adds a sense of lift and light without a single brush stroke of makeup. I remember switching from white blouses to ivory a few years ago. It wasn't a big change, but the compliments started to shift. Instead of, "You look nice," I started hearing, "You look peaceful," or "You look really well today." That's when I realized, ivory doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you feel about yourself. And it's so versatile. Think of warm ivory as your foundation color, the canvas you can build anything on. It pairs beautifully with soft rose pink, with soft blue, even with richer shades like plum or olive green. You can wear it in every season, in every fabric. A breezy cotton blouse for summer, a cozy cashmere sweater in winter, a lightweight trench in spring. Want to dress it up? Add gold jewelry and a touch of lipstick in a muted coral or warm nude. Want to keep it casual? Throw on a pair of cream slacks with a denim shirt and tan loafers. It always works. A little advice, though. Avoid synthetic or overly bright whites. They tend to reflect light too aggressively and can feel cold or flat. Look for materials that breathe and flow. Cotton, linen, silk, soft knits. These textures complement ivory's natural warmth and age beautifully over time, just like you do. And don't underestimate the emotional side of this color. Ivory feels calm. It feels effortless. It feels timeless. When you wear it, there's a quiet confidence that comes through, like you're not trying to be anything other than fully yourself. So if white has started to feel a bit too stark, and beige feels too dull, warm ivory might be your perfect middle ground. It's classic without being cold, elegant without being loud, and it just might become the most worn and most loved color in your wardrobe. 4. Rich plum. Quiet power in a deeper shade. Now let's turn to a color that doesn't get nearly enough credit, rich plum. It's one of those shades that women often overlook because they think it's too bold or too dramatic. But here's what I've learned over the years. Plum isn't loud, it's powerful, and it might just be the color you didn't know you needed. There comes a time when black, once our go-to color for elegance, structure, or slimming effect, starts to feel a bit too harsh. Maybe you've noticed it too. Instead of making you look polished, it suddenly feels like it's pulling all the light out of your face. The contrast is too strong, the shadows too deep. That's where rich plum steps in. Plum offers that same depth and elegance, but with warmth. It's a luxurious blend of purple and red that flatters mature skin in a way black just doesn't anymore. It brings back that sense of richness and structure, but gently, softly, kindly. What I love about plum is how it adapts to you. If your skin is fair, plum brings out the softness. If your skin is olive or deep, it brings warmth and definition. And if you have green or hazel eyes, plum makes them sparkle like never before. It draws the eye upward, brightens the gaze, and gives your whole face a quiet energy. I remember wearing a deep plum sweater to an evening event a while back. It wasn't anything fancy, just a simple knit with pearl earrings. But people kept asking me if I'd done something different with my hair or gotten more sleep. It wasn't the outfit, it was the color. And that's the beauty of plum. It looks intentional, like you've thought about what you're wearing, without ever looking like you're trying too hard. If you're not ready to wear a full outfit in plum, no problem. Start with a scarf, a blouse under a neutral jacket. Even a pair of reading glasses with plum frames can make your features stand out. Or try a deep berry lipstick or nail polish. It's elegant, grown-up, and just the right amount of bold. One important tip: not all purples are created equal. Stay away from neon purples or anything that feels overly bright or cartoonish. You're looking for shades like mulberry, deep wine, eggplant, or soft, dusty plum. Tones that feel rich and grounded. Plum also plays beautifully with other colors. Pair it with ivory for sophistication, with olive for a grounded elegance, or with blush pink for a romantic, unexpected combination. And in terms of fabric, plum looks stunning in velvet, silk, knit, even suede. These materials give it a depth that flat, shiny fabrics just can't offer. But here's the part that really matters. When you wear plum, you feel different. It's not about looking younger, it's about looking strong, self-assured, centered. Plum carries a kind of wisdom, a quiet confidence. And for many women, especially after 60, that's exactly what we want our wardrobe to reflect. So if you've been reaching for black out of habit, pause for a moment. Try plum instead. It might surprise you, not by making you feel younger, but by helping you feel more you. 5. Soft olive green. Earthy elegance for every day. There's something quietly elegant about soft olive green. It's not flashy. It doesn't scream for attention. But when you wear it, people notice. Not because it's bold, but because it feels grounded, graceful, and effortlessly put together. Now, I'll be honest. I used to think olive green was too military, too masculine, or too fall-only. But that changed the moment I saw a woman, probably in her early 70s, walk into a coffee shop wearing a soft olive blouse with white pants and tan sandals. She didn't look like she was trying to impress anyone. And yet, she radiated calm confidence. That's the power of olive. As we age, brighter colors or high-contrast shades can start to feel overwhelming. Meanwhile, traditional neutrals like gray or beige can sometimes wash us out or feel a little lifeless. That's where soft olive green finds its sweet spot. It adds just enough depth and color to enhance your features, but in the gentlest, most natural way. Olive works beautifully with mature skin, especially if you have golden or neutral undertones. And if your hair is silver, white, or salt and pepper? Olive is magic. The softness of the color against cool-toned hair creates this beautiful balance that feels elegant without being stiff. But what makes olive really special is how wearable it is. You don't need to style it much for it to look great. A linen blouse, an oversized sweater, or even a simple cotton t-shirt in soft olive green can elevate your everyday outfit instantly. Try pairing it with ivory for a fresh, clean look. Layer it with dusty rose or muted coral for something romantic. Or go for contrast with deep plum or navy for a richer, more refined tone. Olive is one of those rare colors that behaves like a neutral, but gives so much more dimension than gray or tan ever could. And the best part? It's forgiving. It hides wrinkles in fabric. It travels well. It doesn't show dirt as easily. It's that go-to color when you want to look polished but feel comfortable, whether you're heading out for errands, meeting a friend for lunch, or even just enjoying a quiet day at home. I also love that olive feels connected to something deeper. It reminds us of nature, of stability, of things that grow slowly but beautifully. It's a color that says, I'm here, I'm steady, I'm not trying too hard, and I still care about how I show up. If you're hesitant, start small. A scarf, a handbag, even a pair of flats in olive green can warm up your entire outfit. Or go for a lightweight jacket or utility-style blouse. It adds structure without stiffness, and it flatters just about everyone. So the next time you want to feel calm, capable, and quietly chic, reach for olive green. It may not be the flashiest color in your closet, but it might just be the most powerful one. Because after 60, it's not about standing out for the sake of it. It's about standing firm in who you are. And soft olive green does that beautifully. How to combine these 5 colors, simple pairings for effortless elegance. Now that we've explored the power of each color on its own, rose pink, soft blue, warm ivory, rich plum, and soft olive green. Let's talk about how to bring them together. Because the real magic happens when these colors start to play off one another in your wardrobe. The best part? You don't need to be a fashion expert or have a closet full of high-end labels to make these combinations work. All it takes is a little thought and the willingness to try something new, on your terms. Let's walk through a few easy pairings that you can start wearing right now. 1. Soft blue plus warm ivory equals fresh, airy confidence. This combo is perfect for spring and summer. Imagine a soft blue blouse with ivory slacks, or a lightweight ivory cardigan layered over a powder blue tee. It's clean, it's calming, and it makes you look like you just came back from a relaxing weekend getaway, even if you've been busy all week. 2. Rose pink plus olive green equals earthy elegance with a feminine touch. There's something special about mixing the softness of rose with the grounded feel of olive. Try an olive green jacket over a rose pink top, or a rose scarf with an olive dress. It's a balance of tenderness and strength, a beautiful reflection of who you are today. 3. Rich plum. It's ivory, quiet sophistication that speaks volumes. This is a go-to for cooler months or anytime you want to feel a bit more polished. A plum sweater over ivory pants. A cream blouse tucked into a plum skirt. Add a gold necklace, and you've got a timeless look that feels expensive without trying too hard. 4. Olive green plus soft blue equals natural, relaxed refinement. This pairing is great for everyday wear. Think denim alternative, a soft blue button-up with olive trousers, or an olive jacket over a chambray dress. These two colors create an easy, no-fuss vibe that still looks incredibly put together. 5. Plum plus rose pink equals romantic and strong. This combo is for those days when you want to feel both graceful and grounded. Plum brings the depth. Rose adds the glow. Try a rose blouse under a plum cardigan, or rose earrings with a deep plum dress. It's understated, but undeniably beautiful. And here's a bonus tip. Ivory goes with everything. Think of it as your style canvas. Whether you're layering it under plum, softening olive green, or adding brightness to soft blue, ivory always elevates the look. Keep a few go-to ivory pieces in your closet, like a cardigan, a scarf, a pair of well-fitting pants, and you'll never run out of ways to wear your colors beautifully. Remember, you don't have to overhaul your entire wardrobe. Start with what you have. Add a piece here and there. Mix, match, and most importantly, listen to how each color makes you feel. If it brings out your smile, softens your face, or makes you stand a little taller, that's the right color for you. Because the goal isn't to follow trends. It's to create a wardrobe that reflects your story, your energy, your beauty, one thoughtful color at a time. So there you have it. 5 colors that don't just flatter your skin, they celebrate your spirit. Rose pink brings back your glow with quiet grace. Soft blue calms and brightens without saying a word. Warm ivory softens your edges and lights up your smile. Rich plum adds depth, elegance, and quiet confidence. And soft olive green? It grounds you in strength and natural beauty. These aren't fashion tricks. They're gentle shifts that help you show up as your best self. Not by hiding your age, but by embracing it with joy, style, and presence. And maybe the most important thing I can tell you today is this. You don't need to change who you are to feel beautiful. You just need to choose colors that see you, colors that reflect where you've been, who you've become, and how far you're still going. Next time you're standing in front of your closet wondering what to wear, ask yourself, what color makes me feel most like me today? Because when you feel good, when you feel truly radiant, it shows. It's in your posture, in your smile, in the way you move through the world. And that kind of beauty never fades. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 colors speaks to you the most? Have you tried any of them? Or maybe you've discovered a shade of your own that brings out your best. Share it in the comments. I read every one, and I love learning from you too. And if this video helped you feel even just a little more inspired, please give it a like, subscribe for more style wisdom, and share it with a woman in your life who deserves to shine. Because no matter your age, you're still radiant. And yes, the right color can make all the difference. Until next time, take care of yourself. Dress with kindness. And never forget, you are beautiful, exactly as you are.